Hey folks, Dusty here. How is everybody doing? This is the end of September. Coming up on our 90-day anniversary here in Alaska, Charlie and I. And I've been trying to put something together to give you guys, a few updates about what's going on. I can't guarantee that it's going to be too interesting. We haven't really done a whole lot of what I would call fun stuff. But just kind of getting acclimated and checking out the area a little bit, getting used to things. Work, lots of work, lots of firewood. Getting him ready for school. Because we flew up, we didn't really get to bring much of anything with us. So once I started working, we had to kind of purchase all the stuff that we didn't bring with us. So that made things interesting. So when we first got up here, it was about 3 weeks or so before I actually started working. I'd been in contact with a couple places prior to that, but I reached out to them once I got up here, and both of them took about 3 weeks to get back to me. So we kind of just settled in a little bit and got to know the area as best we could. And then all of a sudden, both places wanted interviews within 24 hours of each other. And the one place basically wanted me to start 2 days after the interview. So I had to kind of scramble and get things figured out as far as Charlie goes with school and a sitter for him and stuff like that. So it went from pretty much nothing going on to everything going on at once. And that was about a week and a half before school started, so didn't have too much time to prepare, but got everything figured out. So I started working, he started school. He's loving it up here, and so am I. I think we fit in really well up here. Obviously we haven't experienced the winter yet, but I'm sure we will get our chance to experience what's coming for us. So that should be fun. But yeah, like I said, not too much stuff going on other than work, and I don't film at work, so I did get a few pictures here and there of the views from the job sites, different job sites we've been on. So hope you find those interesting. There's some pretty spectacular views that I've got to had the ability or the opportunity to check out. The other thing is no Wi-Fi. Haven't had any internet here at the cabin, so it's been a blessing. But the other half of that is, when you need to know something or want to look something up or want to find out where something is, you can't really do that unless you drive into town and hope your local Wi-Fi spots are open and the Wi-Fi is working, because several times I've been to my local Wi-Fi spots and it just hasn't worked. So you mosey on down the road to the next one, and Walmart is always good for that. Their Wi-Fi is always good. So, but nobody wants to hang out at Walmart. So So I haven't really been able to upload videos or anything, but I have been recording stuff. Um, probably just I'll probably just put bits and pieces here and there in this little update. Because like I said, a lot of it's just not very exciting, but I can put kind of a montage together and give you guys kind of a glimpse of what we've been doing while I haven't been working. We've done swimming several times. Charlie always wants to go swimming, and I do too. I enjoy it. Yeah, we've been swimming up here in the lake when it was 50 degrees and rain, so he has a blast. Met some awesome friends. Spent some time with John in Alaska. He's amazing. He's just been a great help. Crystal and Reeve from Flat Tire Farm, they're also just super amazing people. Bill from My Alaska and Digging Alaska, just another great guy. And Dave and Angie from Our Simple Life. I hope I got that right. Just super awesome people up here. Anytime you need anything, you know, somebody can help you, and you reach out to them, and people bend over backwards to do what they can for you. And I hope to try to do the same for people as well, as best I can. The weather has been beautiful and rainy, and those are probably the two most common things that I've encountered so far. It was probably maybe around 81 one day since we've been up here. A couple days in the low 70s, half dozen days in the 60s. A lot of days kind of ended up in the mid 50s and rain. And I get to work in that 5 days a week, and then come back to the cabin and do firewood on the weekends. So I get to enjoy the weather. It's been turning colder, as you can imagine. You can see my breath there a little bit. This morning was the coldest it's been so far. Like I said, this is the end of September. This morning it was 22 outside. But most days are still in the 50, 55 range so far. I've seen the snow on the top of the mountains working its way down, or the termination dust, as they call it, and it's signifying the termination of summer. It's kind of interesting, you know, driving into work, following the same route every day, and you just see that that snow just kind of slowly just dropping just a little bit more each day. The first time I noticed it, I said, whoa, that wasn't snow on those mountains yesterday. And sure enough, there was. That was back in August, probably the third week in August. The first time I noticed that. So yeah, it's getting ready to change. We stay fairly comfortable in the cabin. Right now there's only wood heat. That's why I've been working so much on firewood, obviously. I plan on getting probably a Toyo heater here coming up, just so we can have something that's more consistent, you know, because typically I'm up at about 5 in the morning. I get Charlie up at 5:30 and we head out, and then we don't get back until sometimes 7:30 in the evening. So wood heat just doesn't keep it warm while we're gone. There's no way to keep the fire going. So when we get back to the cabin, it's usually low 50s. Got to stoke up the fire, make up some dinner, eat, and then by that time it's pretty much ready for time for bed. So keep the fire going, go to sleep, and when we get up in the morning, the fire is usually out, but it's not a big deal because we're only up for a few minutes before we leave anyways, so we don't bother starting one in the morning. But having a cabin that's slightly warmer when you get back after a long day of work, especially when you're working out in the rain and the chilly temperatures, it's nice to have something a little warmer to come back to. And of course, we don't want to freeze overnight, so we stay pretty warm at night. The coldest it's been in the morning in the cabin is about 46, which I guess that's fairly cold to most people. But the weather hasn't changed yet, so I'm sure that 46 is probably going to change a little bit once it's 20 below or so. Other than that, Charlie is loving school. He's super happy. He's having a blast. Always wants to be outside playing, whether it's chilly or hot or warm or whatever. He's just having fun outside. That's his favorite thing to do. I've always said his three favorite things are mud, dirt, and water. So he gets to enjoy all those things as much as possible. We'll see how he likes the snow. He hasn't been in snow too much, just because we didn't get a lot of snow where we were in Ohio. I think the most I ever saw in 10, 11 years when I was in Ohio was maybe 8 inches of snow at one time, which is nothing. So, but he got to play out in it and he had a blast. So, of course, it wasn't 20 below, so I don't know how much he's going to want to be outside when it gets really chilly up here, but we'll see. He's acclimated really well so far. There's a lot of days when I was out here working, doing firewood, and I'm in a hoodie and he's just running around in shorts and no shirt. So maybe he's acclimated a little better than I have. I don't know. But I haven't been cold yet, but I guess I'm just used to wearing hoodies. But anyways, I was hoping to get this video put together to kind of showcase our first 90 days, the few tidbits and things here and there that we got to experience and stuff. We didn't really do any hiking or fishing or any of that stuff. I've never really been into fishing myself. I imagine that'll change some. He wants to try it, and I'm all for getting him out there and letting him explore and enjoy things. Probably what I think I'm going to do is wait till we get our residency changed over and all that stuff, and then get our fishing and hunting licenses and stuff all worked out, and then start stocking up on stuff, and then we can hopefully hit the road running next summer. We got so much stuff to still get. A lot of the stuff we already have, but it's still in Ohio. We flew up here with 3 bags, so we didn't just really bring a lot of stuff. So all my tools are still back in Ohio. I didn't even have a tape measure up here. I had to buy a tape measure and a hammer and tool belt, and trying to hold off on buying doubles of stuff that I already have for obvious reasons. My plan is to go back sometime here during the winter to fly back and drive back up with truck and trailer and a lot of our stuff. It's going to take more than one trip, I imagine, but that's the plan right now. Hopefully that works out, because you know, even here at the cabin, try to do something simple, and like I think, oh, I could use a shelf here, or I want to put a water tank up. Well, I don't have tools to do it with, so that makes things rather difficult. And we left most of his toys back there just because there's no room in 3 bags for all of his toys. So we had to restock toys, clothes. I think I spent $345 at Goodwill the first time I got a paycheck, just stocking up on clothes and a few essentials and a couple pots and pans and things like that for the cabin. But most of that was clothes for the 2 of us, because I knew the weather was going to change, and we each came up here with the shoes we had on our feet. So one day of working out in the rain or playing out in the rain, and your shoes are soaking wet, and you got to get them in, and even if it wasn't cold, we had to start a fire to dry our boots and stuff out with. So that was fun. But now we're stocked up on boots, and he's stocked up on winter gear. I'm pretty well set for winter gear. I'm sure there's going to be more stuff I'm going to need, but I've still got a lot of stuff back in Ohio to bring up too. So just wanted to thank everybody who's helped out so far. Like I said, John in Alaska, Crystal and Reeve from Flat Tire Farm, Dave and Angie, Bill from My Alaska and Digging Alaska, and all the other YouTubers too. I don't want to forget anybody, but all the other people we met at the YouTube meetup. That was really fun, getting to meet a lot of people in person. Oh, I do have internet on the way. I have that ordered. Ordered Starlink. I got in just before the end of the promotional price. It's normally $4.99 plus your mount kits and stuff. But right now they're running a special. It's probably going to be over with by the time this video posts. But it was $2.99. So I got that ordered. It's going to be about 10 days before it comes up here. Hopefully it arrives. Shipping is kind of interesting up here. FedEx and UPS are really good, but if something goes through the post office and you're not expecting it to go through the post office, you know, that's another story. But so hopefully that arrives all right and we get that set up, and then we can have internet here. I think I have watched 3 YouTube videos since I've been up here, and they were Flat Tire Farm and John in Alaska is the only three videos that I've got a chance to watch. So I don't think I'll ever be able to catch up on all the videos we missed from all you guys, all our favorite channels up here. But thanks to everyone who's stuck with me from the beginning, and thanks to all our new subscribers. I know John's mentioned Charlie and I a couple times. I think Crystal and Reeve did, and I did see a notification that Daryl and Lynn mentioned us, but I did not get a chance to check out that video. So there's thousands of notifications that I've missed. So hopefully once we get that internet set up and straightened out, I'll be able to catch up on some of those. But thanks everyone, all the new subscribers and everyone who's been here from the beginning. I appreciate it. All right, folks. You guys take care. Hope everyone stays safe. And as always, take the trip and enjoy the ride.